family. Monday. The new week has begun. It has begun. Let's pray we get through it safely and doing the right thing. So today I wanted to mention a couple of things as far as the extremes that we women go to keep our man or satisfy our man, even at the expense of doing something against your own moral judgment, you know. And it's funny because there's two sides. We have these women that's so empowered. I'm not taking no mess from no man. He gonna give me money. He gonna do this. He gonna do that. And then we have those of us who are very timid and self-esteem is really shot, and we will do anything for a man. And the latest thing that I heard, this is somebody close to me, and I heard that her child's father is gay, right? They've been together since they were 18 because they met when they were very young and impressionable. They met in high school, right? So they have a bond because they've been together for so many years. They're now in their 30s. So that's a long time to know somebody, and you get to know somebody inside out all those years, right? Meaning you get to know intimate details about them, what things that happened to them when they were a child. So you do tend to get a connection, right? And then they ended up having a baby. So she wants to keep her family. But he just came straight out to her and told her that he loves men. He likes men. She don't want to part from him. So she's willing to accept him dibbing and dabbing in a man and then coming back home to her and her daughter. And I'm like, my God. My God. I find that to be so tragic. When your self-esteem is so low that you would accept anything as long as you have that person in your presence. And what she did for him for his birthday was even more low and disgusting. She went and planned a day for him to go to a male strip club where she watched him entertain himself and pleasure himself with other men. I'm like, and this stuff seems like something from a movie. This seems like something from a movie, but this is real. How far are we willing to go to so-called please a man, to keep a man? The lengths are really deep down, low and dirty that women are going to keep a man around. As if you cannot do better. You can do so much better. If this is your story, please wake up, snap out of that. The danger that comes along with that. I keep repeating, STDs are on the rise. And as black women, we are always the ones that get the highest, we are at the highest risk for everything from heart disease, cancer, death during pregnancy, STDs, AIDS. We are at the top of every chart when it comes to illness, sickness, and death. And so to willingly put yourself in a position like that, where this man can bring you back AIDS and only God knows what else. And just the thought of the seedy things and acts that two men do together, and then to come bring that back to you and your daughter, kiss your daughter, your baby in her face, making love to you. I think that is so sad, and I think it's so disgraceful too. I don't know if she's begging him to stay and he feels obligated because they've known one another for so long and they now share a child. But that is a sick, dysfunctional relationship, and they are not the only ones. And that's why I wanted to bring this topic up today, because we cannot go through any lengths to keep a man. He's not yours. He's still not yours. And there's no self-love in that. None. No respect. No honor, no dignity in a relationship like that. That is insane. And I've been hearing about a lot of women, they like to take their men to strip clubs to see other women as like a way of being chill with them. Like, I'm going with him, so, you know, he's not doing anything behind my back. I'm letting him know it's cool. I'll go with you when you want to go. Instead of going with your boys, I'll go with you. Our minds are warped. Our minds are warped I'm not going with my man to watch another woman shake her stuff all in his face and plop up and down on his lap. I don't want to see that. I'm not with that. I love men. I don't want no woman flapping her behind in my face. I don't want to get a whiff of that. I don't want to see that. And I'm not going to watch my man enjoying another woman in my face, all so that I can please him. These are the things that women are doing. I see it a lot on the court shows too. I'm doing everything to please him. I'm doing stuff to make him happy. You're doing things to make him happy. To me, a woman that tells a man that it's okay to do that, maybe she likes women too. You want to incorporate another woman in your relationship. You must like women too. That or your self-esteem is so shot, because it could be both. It could be one or the other. A lot of people like to experiment sexually. They are so open to doing whatever because you're so dark in your mind. Your spirit is so dark that you don't care, and you will do anything for the sake of spicing up your relationship, your sex life. Everything don't fly with the Most High God, and your spirit will become depleted eventually. It will be depleted, and that's what people are doing. And the other thing is allowing another woman to come in your bedroom. Ugh, I don't want to keep talking about what I would do and what I don't like, because it ain't about me. The topic I'm presenting to y'all today was important for me to do it because I want to, express to you all the damage that you're doing to yourself when you allow somebody to come into your life and by any means necessary, even if it's depleting your spirit, that you are going to be so intent on satisfying him to keep him. He's not yours anyway, sweetheart. You are giving him permission to trample all over your heart, trample all over your feelings, have no respect for you, because his respect for you is going to be out the window. You allow a man to do all these types of things. You're okay with it. You're telling him it's fine, just as long as he sticks around. I mean, you're too easy. You're too weak. That is not appealing to a man. That is not appealing to a man. That is not a help for him nor a help for you. It's degradation at its best. It is so sad. It's really sad. I remember watching Divorce Court, and there was a couple on there, and I was kind of mad with Judge Hatchett. Not Hatchett, what's her name? Tola. I love her. I love how she breaks down certain things and, some of the relationships and people that come on her show. But this particular couple came on, and I thought it was crazy, her response at the end, because the man said, he was not turned on by his wife anymore. She dresses like a man. He was like, she don't even try to fix herself up. She's in sweatpants and t-shirts all the time. And he had been expressing this to her for the longest. So she, in her effort to make things a bit spicy in their relationship, decided to bring a woman in the bed. Instead of you being his fantasy, you want to add somebody to the bed. So in doing so, the man fell in love with the woman, the other woman. I laughed. I thought it was funny. I said, you served that man up on a silver platter to that woman. I'm not sharing my man with anybody. We going to either fix this relationship or we going to break up. Ain't no third party coming in. So she was left, because she did something foolish, supposed to be for her man. And, she ended up losing. So she's there crying. So I was surprised that Judge Tola's remark. She said to him, you are trifling. And I'm like, he's trifling? He didn't ask her to have another woman in the bed. She invited the woman. She met the woman. She chose her. And what he said, I like to listen to hear what people saying and not get emotionally or charged up. He said, the way she's dressing, I'm starting to think that she liked women herself. So when she brought the idea, I'm thinking she brought the woman to the bed for herself. She wanted to be with her. Just so happened, they enjoyed one another, and he left the wife for the new girl. I thought it was funny because I'm like, that is the most weirdest thing for somebody to do. And that's a lot of that going on. Either that, or what is this thing they call it? A pass. Giving your spouse a pass if he sees somebody that he desires, as long as he asks your permission, that he can get, he can get with her. Man, we're sinking so deep in the cesspool Our lives are so dark and dirty and nasty. And when you feed a sex demon, the sex demon is never satisfied. And that's what people don't understand. It's never enough. You got to keep going deeper and darker. Listen, ladies, you are worth so much more than that. And if you don't know your self-worth, if you don't know your self-worth, you will let a man drag you down into the dumps. You're never going to have peace of mind. You're never going to have rest. You're always going to be concerned about what he's doing out there. Even if you're giving him permission and joining him in it, it's never going to be enough for a man like that. Never going to be enough for him. Do not sell yourself short to satisfy a man. And you're getting nothing out of it. Nothing but heartache and despair and worry. A lot of us have been so broken by our fathers. A lot of us have been molested, raped. We have endured so much heartache that now we're hurting ourselves. Our behavior is becoming, you're turning on yourself. You're becoming your worst enemy. You're so adjusted and used to dysfunction that you invite it and welcome it. I pray today that you get your healing, sis, daughter. Get your healing. And it's not just young people. We like to think that sometimes young people, we are doing stupid things when we're young. Most of us do, because we learn and we get old. As we get older, we change. Most of us, maybe some of us. I can't even say most, because I met a lady, 62, Caucasian lady, and she decided to just share with me. She was telling me how this guy is treating her so poorly. And I'm looking at her going, what? I'm like, you're 62, you're still enduring that type of stuff? And I said, you deserve better, right? She said, I know. Something's probably wrong with me. I think I'm crazy. She said that. I wasn't thinking that about her. She said that about herself. And I said, but you deserve better. She said, I do. So why are you tolerating it? Well, I just want somebody to hold me. Her husband passed away 6 months earlier. He was emotionally abusive to her. The men before that she had, they were abusing her. I don't know. I think women with a low self-esteem and a timidity like that, they like a magnet for these men. These men see it upon speaking to them. They choose words, right, to see what you're about, to see how you are. And they run with it. And that's who you attract. These are the men that you attract because they see a weakness in you. And it's so sad. I'm like 62. I can't imagine still fighting and fussing with a man. And then she picked somebody that went to school with her sons. I said, why would you do that? She said, yeah, my sons are so upset with me. They won't even help her financially because they's like, as long as he's living there, we're not giving you anything because we're not going to help take care of a grown man. Get him out. And she's so weak, so soft, so messed up in the mind that she's with a man that could be her child, allowing him to mistreat her. We are so broken and messed up as women, and that goes across the board. It's not just us sisters, it's other women as well. Women are so depleted. They have nothing, and they accept nothing. And it's so sad. And I really pray that the Most High God will grant you strength to get out of that mess. Stop settling and stop doing any and every ratchet and wicked thing to satisfy a man who doesn't give you any respect and love at all. Peace, love, and blessings.